activation count. He hasn't gone for Illyrio, he's gone for Walder. Walder Varus, very common combo, but I think he's probably not wanted Jorah because it's an easy point that a dog could jump on.
And also, like, so is
And
he going
Walder
to?
does have, if he's scared of the dervishes, Walder is a counter to those. And Deoxys has taken the risk and gone a triple dog list with Rob. So obviously he thought that maybe Rob's maneuverability in cards and Arya play into the game a bit better than Howland.
Yeah.
Howland being a sort of dead activation. He brings nice cards and the Cranagman units, but he's a zero cost NCU, so I think commanders add 3 to the zone. Um, and the neg one to hit that he applies isn't going to do much to anything. So maybe Howland's the right list, just not for this game mode. Maybe Rob's the better one. Commander on field, um,
Yeah.
a NCU, all three NCUs that will do something.
Here we stand. Is it? That's the respawning game mode.
Yeah,
Huh?
here we stand. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
think Rob might play into this better.
But there's my issue though. Like the wolf would be like a very large disability
I wouldn't
liability
be
in this game.
surprised if you see 3 Divals sit in the corner all game.
Yeah, nah. So let's talk about the list a bit. So I think let's just go quickly with Top's list. So he brought basically the three dragons and Danny unit of Blackguard, and then we got
Yeah, you don't have
Varys.
many choices with them.
Yeah, I mean,
There's
like,
very few
ooh, to the
within that
surprise
are
of
worthwhile.
no one. And then we got
Um,
Varys, Tycho, and Walder. Ooh, Walder was there to snipe the dogs. So good list overall to fight against the lots of wolves, I would say.
Water onto bags. If you're going to for a second, and then on the flip side, get yourself a dog kill.
Yeah, and Tycho is
But
also
there
for
is
like
enemy Varus, so you not always guaranteed.
and Tycho will provide that emergency heal, which is always very crucial because healing five will be very very important, especially if you're basically running triple solos. And from Deoxys' side, we've got Varys, which is again the counter of the other Walder. We got Sansa
Yeah.
and we got Arya. So basically,
Also
just
means
Varys.
that Tycho can't be used as a early activation as well. Um, if you activate Varus or Tycho, there's always a risk that the other Varus player might just decide to turn them off. Um, if they haven't played out the turn yet and he knows damage is coming, there's a little bit of threat there. Sansa, draw back cards. Arya, I think's to get out of jail free card here. If something's gone wrong and a dragon's got behind you, Arya lets you turn around, point at them, in case you don't have a swift advance. Or you can play really aggressive with Arya if you're going first. Pop Arya, start a round, pop swift advance, play a div impact, whatever it may be. Really hammer something home that the dragon player is not expecting.
Also, something to note that the scenario itself is basically. So let's talk a bit about the scenario. So to those that still don't know what Here We Stand is, basically it's like imagine Fire and Blood, except with things respawning. Is the best description for Here We Stand. So the table is divided into four quadrants. Deployment is 18-inch each. There's like sort of a 12-inch, I guess like a no man land between like the deployment zone. And at the end of each round, if you control a quadrant, controlling a quadrant here means that you have more points within that quadrant compared to your enemy. You get 1 point per quadrant. And if your commander is on the table, which both players are, they will contribute an extra 3 points to that table. And at the start of each round, if a unit was destroyed, they get to respawn with an activation token, um, either on the flank or in your deployment zone. So dragons could really just sort of spawn within like the flank of the Stark player, and then they can start taking like Dracarys or taking the sword to sort of just snipe the wolves. So timing of killing the dragon here would be very very important. And also I think we might need some clarification on how does the dragon work in Here We Stand, because the dragon is 9 point, but Danny makes them 7 point. So do they contribute 7 point or 9 points? Maybe anyone in the
Uh,
chat could.
well, the cost is reduced by 2. Sounds like they're 7-point units.
Okay, so that's clear
Because
then.
you pay 9, but yeah, reduce it down to 7. So the point you actually paid is 7. I'd play it that way. Otherwise, it's a 46-point game, which would sound a bit strange. I was wrong. The dogs aren't going to hide in a corner
Yeah.
because the dragon might just suddenly rock up next to them one turn. That really plays into the Stark player being able to redeploy units from any flank edge. Hold on to those sudden charges.
Oh yeah,
You
man.
can always dress.
Oh, the scenario with sudden charges.
Yeah, if Bran goes down, well, Bran's coming back, and if you get the card,
Man, this is why I really
Deoxys
hate.
playing. Deoxys was already pre-measuring sitting the dogs outside, I think, 22 inches, just so there's no threat of a dragon going into on turn 1.
Yeah. Uh, Move plus the burst is basically he can march 12. 20, 12 plus 8 plus. Yeah, 22 is correct.
Yeah. Daenerys obviously wants to be up close. She's got cards that let dragons move around, dragons attack. So you need to keep the dragons near her. And deployment for the dragons doesn't really matter. You can deploy on one side of the table, simply fly over to the quarters you need. Um, so the Stark player's got to be a bit more central. He's got maneuverability, but not quite as much as the Targaryen player here.
I
It'll be
mean,
interesting to see
okay. So this
just
game
how
is
aggressive they go.
interesting simply because of basically how the scenario is played. So if we look at just points on the table, the Oxys basically have more points on the table. And if there's nothing that both player does until the game ends, Deoxys will win simply because no, Deoxys will lose actually because he has less points on the table compared to the Mother of Dragon player. Because basically the Mother of Dragon player have the 13 point of NCU while Dio only have 10. So if it basically comes down to that, uh, the Mother of Dragon player will win. So the onus is on Deoxys to actually try to sort of aggressively
Uh,
punch.
I thought more points on table was what counted. Am I thinking wrong?
Hold on, let's check. Oh,
Because
because
the
Mother of
Starks have
Dragon.
got
Yeah,
more
no, no,
points
you're
on
right. Because
table.
Mother of Dragon
Yeah.
his point is 7. Wait, his
So the
point is
dragons have to kill toughing. They can't just ignore it.
true. Hold on, that's 21 plus the black card. So that's 27 points on the table versus. Uh, wait,
He's
wait.
got 10 points of NCUs, 4, 3, and 3. So 30 points on table.
You're right. My bad. Yes. So the dragon has to actually kill something. You're right. And we see that the Mother of Dragon player just deploys the Mother of Dragon flank with two two dragons and then just
This almost looks like they're playing opposite corners.
well, you know what we say that when we say that the game will probably be over in like probably 2 hours. I don't think so. With Here We Stand because the game is a bit grindy because everything respawns. Oh, Dio being the good sport there remembers to sort of swap the people around, the Mira and Rickon around. Something they do.
Interesting, just looking at Varys and how he plays into the game mode. You go to activate an NCU, the Varys player makes his choice. Does he cancel the NCU or does he cancel the zone? If you cancel the zone, the person whose zone is being cancelled can either choose to just block a zone up from you, or they can say, well, I was never going to do that and put a NCU down onto the table
Yeah,
and get some points. So
Varys is a bit.
uh, Varys is, I think, going to be saved just to turn off the NCUs, particularly Walder.
Yep.
But, a sudden swords attack is obviously mandatory
Okay,
for
so
both of
the
them.
you're right. So what again? What Top can do here as the Mother of Dragon player is that he can activate Walder. He can say like, okay, it gets cancelled, and he goes, all right, I'll put
Try
Walder on the
and
table.
try and bait out some Varys tokens.
Yeah. So and then you just put the Walder on the table to contribute points to the quadrant.
Yep, and Walder's perfect for the game mode. He's an instant 5 points,
Yep.
which
So
is what you need
yeah.
to go grab it.
So if there's like a zone that Deoxys forgot to sort of control, he just plopped his chair down and like that's my zone. So immediately I already see like the Mother of Dragon player actually having sort of the control of this game simply because he has a Walder that's 5 points, NCU that's 5 points. Which again begs the question of why Dio did not use a second list because that one has a 5 point NCU, right?
I find it quite interesting with the terrain. Normally, with a dragon player, corpse piles are always beneficial, but I've seen palisades get put down. Nothing you can do about the Stark Archers in this case, but palisade gives you something to fly up behind, sit really close to the enemy, and generally be safe from attack yourself. Can't be charged. And the palisade means nothing to dragons.
Oh,
Interesting, there's no palisades at all. So Stark's a quite a maneuverable army, especially those dervishes with Rob's cards, Arya, Swift Advance. There's always running the risk that a dragon gets caught out, even though it thinks it's safe on an open field like this.
so Vlad here in chat going for Mother of Dragon. Well, I mean, this is a joke I made with Brett. Is that whoever wins the game loses because again this is peak 1.6. There's simply no more no no better quote unquote experience rather than facing Mother of Dragon, Stark Tanak list, and Free Folk insignificant spam in 1.6. And I think this is why like the game needs this addition changes like
It's hurrah of the three dogs.
yeah, I mean it's just the way the game is played, and the game has been sort of in this state for I think almost a good part of the year. I think that the last update
Okay.
that sort of broke the game was when they made Bran 1 point, at 2 points, and Rickon like 1 point.
So we have 7 activation Targaryens going first, with the 10 activation Starks going second. There's obviously going to be probably 3 passes just from the dogs.
Well, of course we're going to see the first
Oh,
Walder activation
Barrett
of the
straight
game.
away.
Yeah. All
Yep.
right. Do you mind just sort of cycling it? Yeah. Cool. I think let's just keep it at a fixed angle so you don't need to like fiddle around with the camera too much.
Yep.
Cool. Thanks.
Just turning Walder off there.
Yeah, Mother of Dragon simply is just it's just bad for the game really. It's bad for the game for two reasons. Number one, it's have you played War Machine in like your past, Scott?
Oh, way back I played Menoth.
Yeah,
Way back in the day.
you remember Legion of Everblight, right?
Yeah. It
Yeah,
was one of those games where if your enemy gets that hero thing, you just sit there and watch it happen. You got no interaction.
yeah, yeah. But like the point is that basically, how it works with Mother of Dragon, it just sort of ignores everything that the game is meant to do. You don't roll to hit. you don't.
Yep.
You
No
ignore
saves.
movement. You ignore to hit. You ignore wounds. You ignore morale tests. You ignore like basically 80% of the rule. Um, Playing Mother of Dragon, and that simply like is one of the I guess worst decision, worst design. Okay, I understand that Dragon needs to be like this, very powerful, very strong creature, but when the other guy's playing with like basically a bunch of knights, then you roast them alive with dragons. And then the second part of what's sort of bad with Mother of Dragon is that your army list is just like that, just three dragons, nanny unit, and three NCU. That's it. No variation, no nothing, because your army is practically just made for the
Yeah.
Mother of Dragons.
The only thing you can really change is to one unit. Do you go cutthroats? You wouldn't go Stormcrow mercs. You
No.
may consider archers. And pikemen is probably the highest you can go up to, but going pikemen, you end up with very poor NCU choice.
Yeah,
You're forced into Illyrio and two others.
yeah, because 21 plus Pikeman is 30, so you're only left with basically two 4 pointers, and you have an awkward 2 points remaining. Oh no, you still have 3 points NCU. My bad. But yeah, no. So you get that one awkward point. Ooh, we got Deoxys basically moving forward here with the.
Forward. And no Varus tokens from Tobo yet.
No, I think he might be saving it for like the. He can sort of guess when
Yeah.
the.
Save it for round 2 when you think a sudden charge is about to
Exactly,
happen.
exactly. So the thing about Stark and the NCU zone is that every threat could be like sudden charge. Oh, I just realized the new layout for the table. So you can just like focus in. So you can just focus in on the board without basically looking at the NCU table. That's a very cool update. I just realized that.
Yeah, and this is the round pointer up here.
Wow.
Not
Yeah,
so you know it's round one.
that
Who's
is
on what?
this is super useful.
VP's up here. Units destroyed as well. I thought they took them out of the game, but no, you can actually right click on those corpse piles and search and pull units back.
It's important in this game mode because your units do respawn. So if you accidentally like delete like your trace,
Oh,
you just sort of
you
press.
have a game where you destroyed, 60 points in a 40-point game.
Oh, you're up against a free folk, do you?
Oh, Free Folk, what are they now? On release or something on those leaks? They
Oh.
effectively play 48 points each game.
Yeah, but
Don't need
like
a unit to be destroyed.
okay, so my first experience playing Free Folk in 1.7 was like, up against Targaryen, right? I played Endless Horde, I get field controlled, and I'm like, why am I playing this game?
Yeah. But my current hate is I think it's Clash of Kings, the one with the three objectives in the center, and you can respawn units.
Yep, that's Clash of
I
Kings.
hated playing Free Folk with Lannister Knights into that. I charge in, I kill a Free Folk unit, no points. He respawns, comes in, touches me, has more ranks than me, takes the objective off me. You can't get points for objectives because they'll just come back in and charge you with more ranks. And when you kill them, you can't get any points. You're sitting there going, how am I meant to get points from this game?
I've seen you you have reached the culture of playing against Free Folk in Clash of Kings, where it's just nothing but raiders.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing but raiders, and you sit there and you go, I got 1 point. There we go, that's all I can do. And you just get swamped by stuff that doesn't mean anything, it ties you up.
So
Can't
the
get any
yeah,
points.
so
Tough.
the concept of that is something to do with a thing called an internal balance, right? Because Free Folk has just like the worst internal balance, so you've got nothing left to do but use trappers and raiders. Whereas a faction like Stark, all their options are like viable.
Rhaegal, I think, is just staying just out of the shift and shoot range.
Ooh, it has to be short
Movement
range, no?
6. No, 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 staying outside of the archers.
Ah, I see.
The archers are bugged out.
So 14 inch away.
Yeah, and even Rickon and Osha, of course, they got removed and put back in place of bugged out as well.
They're now just blocks of squares.
Yep. Tube hammer.
So what can what Deoxys can do if he's sort of he's a bit YOLO is activate
He
Arya and then
always has
shoot.
the swift. He always has the risk of a swift advance. So you can always, the dragons always have to think something can come in range. Not sure you'd go in that close to the dragon. It's move 6. It's obviously not going to charge you now, but you always got to consider what you're going to activate first. You don't want to give the dragon an easy flank charge or a very easy charge.
Hmm, hmm, hmm. Well, I
If
mean
you're in range to shoot a dragon, it's in range to come flying in and punch you back.
the
So
thing.
you might see if he's got swords, Osher on swords in a unit, so that any damage taken to you is reflected back to the thing attacking you. So
Only
I'd
on
probably
melee.
expect, yeah. So that keeps the dragon out at range, which is probably the safer option. Means your archers aren't tied up in combat.
So I think like what also needs so I think what Deoxys really need to think about in this matchup is that he needs to have a timing attack which is quite proper. By timing attack, I mean Swift Advance plus Winter is coming, because otherwise it would just get Fleshmate Fire and that's it.
Yep.
That's your attack nullified.
Or a devastating impact, depending if it's already weakened or not.
Yeah,
Or if you're going to hit it with something like Bran and Berserkers, which may even get through a Fire Made Flesh. Depends if the thing's activated, has swords being taken, all these things. Looks like he's using his dogs as a field
activation token.
control area. Yeah, or get in behind, can't be engaged, and just limit movement behind your ranks.
Yeah, basically just as a glorified activation
So
token.
Dragon's got to go another 2-3 inches further before it can safely get in behind.
I like what Top is doing here. He's basically splitting his dragons to sort of attempt to surround the star player.
In one direction, which means there's always going to be at least one dragon that should be able to find a flank somewhere.
Yeah, it's always a threat, right? You can't. You only have like one swift advance. Well, possibly two, but with Sansa. But the thing about you have to always just be conscious that the dragon is there, and can any moment they just go fly on your backside and go Dracarys. Oh no, Dracarys has to be in short range. But the point is still there. Like at any point, the dragon player can just fly to your back and just stay there and breathe fire.
Yep. And Starks are at least one of the best armies that can deal with that.
Yeah, I mean, like if you're a Baratheon player and you got like a dragon in your backside, there's nothing much you can do really.
There's nothing you can do. By the time you turn around, it's already flown over you again.
Yeah. So do you mind checking? So Deoxys did use one Varus token, yeah.
Yep. We've got one Deoxys Varus to stop Walder, and no Varus tokens from Tobo yet. We have just Viserion not activated and Varus.
Mm-hmm. And I think looking at the cards
We
in
have Sansa, Varus, and then we've got pretty much the bulk of the Stark army. We've just seen dogs. This is the first actual activation happening now. Is it Rob? Yeah, it's Rob in his Sworn
Ooh.
Swords.
So I think looking at the hand size of top is that he has 6 cards in hand, which means that he did use the
Yeah, he
zone.
has used the zone
Yeah. Ooh,
to draw an extra card.
what is this
Um,
aggressive play?
yeah, I wonder which. It just depends, you know.
With
Did
the
he have
sword
any Adani's cards?
with the sword open? Wow. Whoa. Okay. 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 I don't like where this is
This is a
going.
bit brave. He's
Yeah.
sitting right on the short range line as well. This is strange.
A bit risky. I don't know because Dio only has 3 cards in hand. So it can't be just a combination of Swift, Advanced, Devastating, Impact, Winter is coming. It has well unless he has like God level Yu-Gi-Oh player.
I wouldn't put it past him to have a perfect hand. I think beat Mazaraf twice that way.
Uh,
Opening hand, everything I need.
Master's not a good player. Like it's not even an achievement.
Is Mickey even in chat?
No, but I'm roasting him anyway. He might, but who knows?
I can't wait for Deoxys to pass 7 panic tests in a row again.
you know that reminds me of my game against Rossi and like the Masters. I think he passed like 10 panic tests as an FF.
Yeah, the worse your panic gets, the more likely it is you actually pass.
I'm like, need a 9? Got a 9. Need a 5?
Yep,
That's where I fail.
yep. Taking poor fellas, 3 up panic. I'll be fine. I won't need a weirwood. Double ones. There we go.
There you go. I mean, like this is sort of like curse. Like you need 4+ to charge. You got it usually like 80% of the time.
Interestingly, he didn't take the bait if it was. He didn't put Varus onto swords.
I
Um,
What is this 500
Interesting to see
IQ?
what happens now.
What is this 500 IQ that the players are doing? This is some 500 IQ play we're seeing because like taking sword there would be like I would say like the best play you can do. Simply, if
So
not just to block the sword.
you pretend, yeah. Now, Deoxys could even pretend he has sudden charge. Just activate something and go. I actually don't.
Yeah.
Interesting to see what he's going to do with the archers. I don't think they're in range. Swift advances, I think, in their activation, so you can't swift advance and claim swords. You'd obviously want to try and get a double shot in, if possible, this turn.
So something to note that other than the single Varus from top side, he has no more activation. And Deoxys is going first next round, so he can get the first initial sort of alpha on the dragons, if he would like to. So now he's thinking of, do I move up my dragons, move up the archers a bit so we can get like a ping on the dragons?
The same threat range. 6-inch move for the dragon. 6-inch range, 2-inch shift is 14. Archers are 14 as well.
But
See?
I'm not betting the archers would win against a dragon.
Oh, but they can hurt it. Top around next, maybe he'll just would he take the risk, claim swords, or he might just activate the archers next activation, next round first thing. But the problem with archery shooting is there's no winter is coming involved. So if it looks like a dragon's going to die, he can play his block card, or just burn Tycho if needed.
Yeah, I mean, like the layer of defense from the Mother of Dragon players. There's just a lot of
I
line
think
of defenses.
he's obviously going to have to try and pop Tycho as early as possible. The worst thing you want to do is go in, do 7 wounds, and then the Mother Dragon player goes, "I'll just use Tycho now," um, and it effectively makes the dragon safe again.
Yeah,
We're seeing a token get put down. That's obviously to stop. I think that's Drogon. Yep,
yeah.
that's just stops Drogon from
Mm-hmm.
flaming Rob.
Yep. Did he use the Varys? He did. Yeah.
He did.
Yep.
So 2 Varys tokens gone already. We're at 4 still on the other one.
Interesting. Yeah, that's the odd play, right? Okay, so this could be a sudden charge. I think like this is 100% a sudden charge.
No, he just used to take the weaken off Brandon Hodel.
Ah, no, but okay. So I still don't understand the play. You moved it within the dragon sort of the fire breathing range, and then the Mother of Dragon player then just activates like another dragon, just sort of moves, and then the sword is still there. So why don't you just block the sword? Yeah. Oh well.
I don't know what he's got going.
I think
Maybe
he.
he's drawn to North Remembers or something. Who knows?
Oh, the best card. Sorry, do you mind just zooming into like the battlefield a bit? Because I don't think we won't. Yeah, okay, this is perfect.
Yep, we're seeing very aggressive play from Bran here. So Rob and Bran being aggressive.
Again, 10 activation
I
plus.
ideally, yeah, ideally for both players, you want to try and kill 2 units a turn. If you kill one, it's just going to come right back.
Yep.
At least if you kill two, your opponent has to make a choice, and next turn he'll be missing a unit from what he had the turn before, which is key for controlling the zones in this.
Oh god. Oh, okay.
Mind you,
I like this
oh
play
yeah,
with.
Dervishes straight up.
Ooh.
Well, dervishes are one of the units that you can go in, not kill a dragon, and then retreat and kill a dragon.
So he wants to sort of. I think he wants to go to the flank of the dragon so that he gets
Space
like
is
the
clear.
token. Ooh.
Maybe he's just going to keep both in arc, make his choices.
Oh, he can decide later. It's not a huge deal. So we got a couple of users in the chat. Welcome, welcome. So this is a very aggressive play. Already coming in from a Deoxys as the Stark player, showing the advantage of the 10 activation.
Being really aggressive with those dervishes, and that's the end of round one.
No,
See
but this
how many
is,
cards get from.
but this highlights like I think the key strength of Stark. Oh god, his hand was terrible.
Tactical regroup.
Yeah, and hit and run.
Well, Sarts is always there if he really needs it.
Yeah. So yeah, but like this sort of.
His run can be useful, but just depends on the situation.
Yeah, agree. I mean, like
If you're finding something you don't want to fight, and there's a dragon behind you, and you need to go hit it,
no, but the thing is
because
like
it's a retreat action.
now those cards are in the graveyard, so Sansa can fetch it back if he needs to.
Yeah. Note for 1.6 Starks: always discard 1 card if you've got Sansa.
Mm-hmm.
Increase your hand size by 1.
All right, so will we see the charge coming in from the Dervish turn first activation?
Would risk a sudden charge if he's got one. It forces the Varys token out.
Yeah,
Or
but
will he just go for it and just not take the risk if he wants a kill?
I think like activating the Sansa or Varys and sort of just threaten the sudden charge and block sword, I think it's not a terrible move.
Yeah, I think here, unless it's the dervishes, Rob could maybe retreat backwards. The dervishes can obviously move sideways, but
Ooh,
those dragons can hit anything in that sort of half of the board.
Something to note as well, which is a bit dangerous, is that there's currently 0 points in Deoxys quadrant, so a Walder can just basically plop there and control the quadrant.
A Walder can come down, and that would therefore, I think you're limited to 1 NCU per zone.
Yep. But still, he's 5 points. There's no NCU from Deoxys side that can contest that.
Yep. No.
Oh, he's rolling to charge, and that's a 6.
Yep. It's the dervishes going in.
All right, here we go, boys. Turn. Okay, I love this game already because everyone's just so aggressive.
Um, no winter is coming, no devastating impact. I wonder what. Maybe he's got really bad card draw. Saw it here first, people. Deoxys with bad card draw.
Wow, and the 2 tokens are very, very useful against dragons. Weaken and Panic.
Yep, there's 2 tokens you can possibly put on them.
Okay, I'm not liking this charge, to be honest. Ooh, not with that kind of dice rolls.
Right.
It is from
Not
a flank
even
though.
low.
Okay.
7.
7 hits, not too bad. Is he gonna play Flesh Mate, the Fire Mate Flesh? He's not playing Fire. What?
I believe I can see the. Tobu's got his deck face up, I think.
What? Okay.
On the top card is Fury the Dragon. Looks like 3 saves it, and a Fire Made Flesh comes out.
Oh, it's after Defense Dice's roll. Jesus, that card is busted.
It's a good card.
It's
We'll see the retreat here.
Yep, he is going to retreat.
Yep, retreats. Does some wounds.
What a busted card, right?
Run away into a corner, or will he come back out?
A corner.
Yeah, he's going to run away
He's basically
and sort of
forcing the dragon sort of face.
yeah, to point one way or the other.
Yeah.
But you don't want to be too far away. If you're too far away, then the dragon is out of reach of your other units.
No, okay. So here's also like a bad thing. If he puts it too far away, then he can just be double teamed by the other dragon, and then his 2 other guys cannot support that properly. So I think like
Yes, you just a 1-inch retreat maybe.
Yeah.
Just sit there.
Ooh, that's a bit.
But you can't, but if you don't go far enough, the dragon might be able to get into your flank or rear and get away. So
Okay. This I don't like it already, because then like what I would do now is just activate the Rhaegar, was it? Yeah, and just basically attack them, and you just sort of moot the sword on that corner.
so that's 9 points sitting over there.
It's
Takes at least 2 dragon attacks to kill.
It's Dervish with what? Oh, it's just Dervish, yeah.
Dervish with a Crown Survivalist.
Oh, ooh, I forgot what the Survivalist does.
+1 move, and when you retreat, you do D3 wounds to what you retreated from.
Oh,
There'll
okay.
be D3 wounds coming up now.
Nice.
Oh, big 3.
Ooh.
So that dragon's taken 5 wounds.
Ah, okay.
Had he
So
been a bit luckier,
we might see
maybe a
Tycho. We might see an emergency Tycho.
yeah, a Dev Impact, a Winter is coming, or even a Sundering. I've forgotten the name of the card now.
The Northern Ferocity.
The other Stark card. Yeah, any one of those would have just maybe even pushed it over the edge and got a kill, but who knows?
So the window for using Tycho is basically, well, you can use it afterwards, but I think
Start of any turn.
yeah.
So you've got a dragon on 3 wounds. How long do you think that dragon's going to last? Can he get into a position, be safe? The dogs can potentially take down a dragon if there's a Dev Impact.
yes.
Not with 3 wounds, but if you're on your 2 wounds, then yeah, I'd be thinking about Tycho.
I think he can decide after he takes a sword, though. I would activate Walder and take sword, so you have an option of which one to block.
Interesting that neither of them are going for zones, both scared of each other's viruses.
No, see, I'm correct, right? Because basically, since you sort of isolated your dervish on that side, you just sort of basically put them there and just like now it's just being double teamed, so that sword on the bottom there is doing nothing at the moment. Like they have to at least play
it's
death.
hard to judge the range, but it looks like it could be over 12 inches for the Sworn Swords into the back of that dragon.
I understand if
Maybe
he
to
wants
do
to.
maybe too far.
Is that
I think that's 5 wounds.
Jesus?
Yeah, 2.
Dragon yo.
Panic test. So this is a 8-up panic. He fails. Ah, saw it here first, people. Deoxys can fail panic.
Wow. Ouch.
Only four left. Four attacks on
And a hit
last
and
rank.
run. Is that a hit and run from the Tark layer? Yeah, it's a hit and run.
Yep.
Ooh, not looking fantastic here.
So now do we just see Brandon Hodel go into the other dragon? Oh, this is
Um,
interesting. Looking to run away, take a maneuver zone.
I mean, sword is still open, but Varys
Sword.
is threatening the sword.
Yep. So do you just take an NCU activation? If the zone's not blocked, then you can always run away with horse. Or if it is blocked, take swords, block it.
What is interesting
That's
is, yeah. I would, yeah. Taking horse would not be
if
terrible because you could,
if that dragon can refire onto that unit, it's an automatic kill.
yeah. Damn, strength of dragons. Yeah, I'm up
You see
for.
just Brandon Hoodle go for it. I think that's what he's thinking.
I mean, 4+ isn't terrible. I mean, 3+ as a Varys is not terrible to sort of because the opponent also like basically risking that thing as well, right? He wants to activate sword. He gets Varys, and then basically he just sort of surrenders the initiative back to the Stark player. We'll see what Brandon Hodor can do. We see already one Fleshmate, Firemate Flesh already been used. He might have the second one already. And he can just activate an NCU and then take it back.
Yeah, because
But
activating
he's
NCU,
playing
you
a
can.
he's playing a card there. Is it a
Winter is coming now.
Ooh,
Oh,
nice.
he held on to it, didn't waste it on the first charge.
Ooh, this is huge actually.
Brandon Berserkers is more.
Yeah, no. I think you're right though, because like the dervish was just sort of like the I would say
Yeah.
appetizer, right?
Uh, this is the
This is the killy blow because
eight
eight
dice
with the
plus the
D3.
yeah with the D3.
Oop, why is he rolling a D6? I'm not sure why
I
Top
don't
is
know.
rolling a D6 just now.
No.
Alright. So 8 dice, hitting on 3+ with extra D3. I think just if it's just above average, I think it will be a clean kill. Oh, that's a
He's
2.
got a 2.
2+, is that an all? Oh god, that's only 8.
6.
Oh, this is not. It's not a one
Yeah, it's
shot.
got to be perfect.
Yeah, it has to be.
Sundering.
It's 5+. So it
Yeah,
has to be
it's not
all
going to go
fail
through it.
to one shot this. And no vulnerable token. Oh, here we go. Oh god, look
Oh,
at all those 6s. Oh
what's
my
5 of them?
god. Oh, that's a bit disgusting. Only 3 wounds from a charging berserkers.
You can always threaten to, I'm going to go claim swords. Or what if it's replace zone?
It has to be replaced zone.
Replace the zone's effect, yeah. So if Walder activates, he could say, well, I'm going to cancel the zone, and that stops card pickup and swords.
Mm-hmm.
But it lets Walder go turn a unit off or go claim a
Or he
table
starts
quarter.
sniping the dog, really.
Yeah.
Well, that's a bit
I
of a
think a
lucky.
Walder play into this corner over here would put a lot of pressure on Deoxys.
That's a bit of a
Because then he
lucky roll
goes,
there from the.
he's got to think, do I give it up or do I move something back? Technically, Rob's still in it, and Rob might just decide to stay there.
True. Oh, okay. So suddenly the plan of Deoxys to sort of just try to tear open that flank is neutered at the moment because both dragons surviving, and basically Top still having like the full defensive capacity of the Tycho. Bag is still open also, but I think sword is much more important at this moment to block.
3 activations in, and we still haven't seen an NCU.
Again, because Varys sort of dictates how
Yeah.
the NCU war
Well,
is being played.
Deoxys is gonna lose this fight eventually. There's 3 NCUs and he's only got 2 tokens.
Yep. So the nightmares and okay, actually, to be
Oh, we're
fair,
getting a dragon activation. Yep, go for the guaranteed things. They're obviously both still thinking about the maybes and just go for the things that you know are going to happen.
So I think like losing the dervish would not necessarily be a disaster here for Deoxys.
You can just bring them back in.
Yeah,
But you don't want to lose 2 units. I think that's the thing. The Ephraim player wants to lose
I
two
don't think
units, and
I don't think the
they're each trying to
berserkers.
get 2 kills.
I don't think the berserkers will die from the dragon. To be honest.
No, and there's not much of a follow-up outside of swords.
Yeah.
Rhaegal, I think, is too far away. Which one is that? Yeah, Rhaegal. He's looks too far away. Targs do have a +1 move card. That's a 7-inch move dragon
Um.
with a horse zone.
What I would do with the Rhaegal actually is to sort of contest the square on the bottom left. Because right
Yeah,
now
you've
that's only
got
five. That's only
7.
6 points.
6 points for the archers plus 1 point for recon, so that's 7. 7 for a dragon equals out.
Yeah. So that contests it.
Drop an NCU in,
Yep.
forces an enemy NCU in.
So this is where, like, for example.
Honestly, that might be what they're all both thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Wait for everything to see where it ends up, and none of them claim a zone. They all just dump the NCUs on quarters.
I think NCU would be the next play because I think it's imperative that some one player takes the sword really. Basically, if Dio takes the sword, the dragon has a good chance of dying. If yeah, this game mode is very advantageous to certain armies. Let's
4 up
just say
morale on the Weirwood, so 5 up in
5 up.
total.
Yep, easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, this game mode is just.
Oh, he's vulnerable for all that matters. And hit and run
Oh,
again.
okay.
This is when he starts flying over the top of you.
He can also hit and run like backwards if he wants to, but I don't think so. Yeah, I mean, like this game mode is very what you call it, um, biased towards certain builds. Like for example, free folk in this game mode is a bit stupid. Oh no, I lost a trapper. Respawn for 0 points. As well as from other
Seem to
dragons,
can-
you spend your effort to kill one dragon and then go, I'm back, I'm full. Let's dance. Wolf is like a huge liability in this game mode simply because they're so easy to kill, and they contribute basically only as an activation token. So now again, Top has the sort of a monopoly on the board space here. He can just casually take a sword and the unit will die.
At least the advantage Deoxys here has is he knows that all of the units will be activated, the NCUs will be activated, and he can just burn those dogs as activations. And then he sees the board, sees where the points are,
Mhm.
and then he can go place his NCUs accordingly. So the pressure is if Walder and that's going to go claim the zone, Deoxys at least gets to see the game plan and knows, okay, I've got to put a 4-pointer here and a 3-pointer here to cap the objectives.
So to Vlad in the chat, the game modes are chosen by Carlo or by the players. I think it's randomized from the pool of game modes that have
Yeah,
not
I
been.
think Carlo randomized.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Remember that this is still like just only the round one. It is a best of three, so this is round one. I think round two is gonna be streamed by the Australian guys, right? Or is it round three?
Oh, no idea.
Okay, because he did mention that basically round one will be streamed by me. Round two will be streamed, I think, by Mickey and Carlo, or maybe like the US guys, and round three is gonna be streamed by the Aussie guys. So
Yeah, I think it was going to be Dion on Spleen.
I'll definitely be
Both
watching
of
that.
them couldn't quite do it 7 o'clock tonight. The game started at 7 p.m. here in Australia.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, we are 3 hours difference.
Yep. So I not going on to swords. He's considering just putting her down.
No, because the zone was cancelled. Yeah, the zone was cancelled, right? So
It was always cancelled, but not blocking swords though. So he's thinking if he either is okay with the risk of a unit potentially dying.
so he's blocking the money bag.
Um, Yep, stopping the healing then. Okay.
Huh.
And now do we see NCU just go
Yeah.
if he blocks swords, then he gets a ability off, a wound off, and gets support walled down in a corner, just so that Rob has to stay if he wants to not give it up.
Ooh, that's a
Varys
one.
fails.
That's bad. So that's a
Oh,
sword.
is this going to be a swords attack,
Yep.
or is it going to be a claim as own?
Either way, the point is the same, right? 1 point.
Yep,
Yeah.
going for the swords.
Yep.
So that's the dervishes just dead.
Yep. Just auto death. No need to roll,
Yep,
and I think like one wound to the
turning off
wolf.
Rickon.
Oh, one wound to
So
Rickon.
no, yep. So that's no damage from charging in and killing ranks now.
Yeah.
And it looks like a Drogon's going to breathe fire and kill the dervishes.
Who? Well, I mean, again, losing one unit is not the end of the world in this game mode. It's a huge loss, especially considering the fact that you're trying to alpha it, but Mother of Dragon just two shot everything in the game. Like, it's it's just what it is, really. He just like literally two shots everything in the game. Like, yeah. So, now that the tactics board is full, oh, no remembers.
Oh, remembers.
Oh,
So Brandon Hodor's ready to go in again.
aha! The
It's a
timing
bit
attack.
far.
Speed
It's a
6. I
bit
think
far.
that looks like
Looks like a 3 up.
looks like a 3 up. Yeah.
Maybe a 4 up. Yeah, speed 6
Ooh.
berserkers.
So yeah, I would reckon a 2 or 3 plus. Oof. Depends on what.
Winter is coming is out, so if you ever want, say, one that you can just pick it back up.
I think it's fine.
3 cards.
I think it's fine.
One of those Fire Made Flesh. I think we just saw Tycho get used. Yep, Tycho just been used. Heal 5 wounds.
Mm-hmm.
Healed a 3 off there and 2 off Drogon.
So that's one of the shield down.
He hasn't had an opportunity to pick up a second one.
Yep.
So
All the zones has been because it was a tight NCU sort of. I think like if he wants to attack, I think the timing is now. Or you can just like block the letters, I suppose, or take like you can take a horse as well. Oh, looks like a
first Varys token being spent,
for
and it
a good effect.
works.
So he can now like just plop him down. So now he can plop it down in the far corner on the bottom right, if he wants to.
But you need 5 points to hold
That's
it.
true.
So Wald has already been placed. There's no threat to that corner,
You can always
unless
just retreat.
Rhaegal
You
feels
can
like
always
doing a
retreat.
very long flight.
You can always retreat the Rob backwards, but Rob is currently 8 points. Yeah, he's just taking the menu.
Yep, maybe push Bran up closer,
Yep, or move Rob up
or
closer.
just stop the zone. Yeah. Yep. So he's not turning Varys off.
Man, the duel on the NCU board is interesting with Varys, isn't it? Like, it's sort of just like if one player
Tycho doesn't
decides
need
to,
anything else.
if one player decides to go for it, and there's no good follow up on that account, it just sort of becomes almost like a stalemate.
Surely this is a Tycho just a block card draw for the Starks. Oh, Deoxys is thinking. Yep,
Oh
Deoxys is
no,
spending.
he's out of tokens. That's not very good, isn't
He
it?
wants to stop card draw desperately.
Oh, he did.
Yep. So
He did.
no weaken, no card draw.
But he's out of tokens though.
That's interesting.
But he's out
Why
of
was
tokens.
that?
But he's out of tokens though. 1 second.
Yeah.
Some noises in the background. Just keep talking. I'll mute myself for a bit.
I don't know what was going on there. Varys, yeah, maybe he just picked up the wrong SU. Crown being a pretty nothing activation. Nothing for Deoxys unless it's a sudden charge, but Crown now is a card draw for Tobbo, and he can pull back a Fire Made Flesh now that Deoxys doesn't have a Varus token. Yep, so looks like a charge. 2 up. Oh. Yep, and failed charge. That's gonna hurt.
Oh, I'm back. What did I miss? Sorry.
You rolled a 1 on a 2 up charge and failed it. Um, I know that pain. I've had a series of games that I've had that happen. Um, I think they're just talking through. It looked like he was going to do a Varus Crown attack on the Berserkers, then decided the morale's too good. Um, it could just be that he's running through where he wants to drop Varus, counting up points, who's going to go where. This
So
is the
let's
beauty with the
we
Starks,
we
that
can so we
at
can
the
count
moment,
the points. So currently 14 points on the top right. Brandon Hodor is 7 plus 2, so that's 9 points. If Rob moves up,
yep,
that's a 7. That's an 8 point. So 9 plus 8 is 17.
so
Yeah,
that would
that
be
defeats a
Stark.
dragon.
If he puts Varus in, that would be 18 points,
If you put
which tips it
Sansa,
back into his favor.
if you then he puts Sansa down, and that becomes 20 points. So
Yep.
no, hold on, 14. Yeah, you're right.
Rob
18.
is 5. Oh, 8, yeah,
Rob is
for
8. Yeah.
commander. Yeah, so
So yeah, he's
yeah,
thinking
if he
of
puts Varus down there, he can always counter with Sansa and get it. Um,
no more
which
tokens.
would be
So
2-1 on zones. Well, unless Rhaegal comes in here and ties this
I
one
think
out.
like it's a good timing attack for Rhaegal to sort of just comes in and swoop, even though he can't. I don't think he can physically one shot them, right?
No, but stop the shooting or just have him fly into the corner anyway. He's equal points.
True. I would fly into the corner just to sort of threaten the dog, just to get rid of the dog, really.
Yeah, next turn be, okay, dog, you're either going to stay here or run away.
Alternatively, what he can do is he can put his Varus on the bottom left, because that's 7 plus 4, that's 11, and he has only like Sansa, so he'll lose in that point in there, on the bottom left.
Yeah, and 9 points for Brandon Hodor plus Sansa
No, no,
is 13, which is
he's
not,
already winning
which
on
is not.
he's already winning on the top right.
Oh no,
If Rob just
if
moves
he was
up.
going to bring, if he was going to bring Rob back, um,
8 basically. It's 5 plus 3.
yep.
All right, so I think he's just going straight. He's just going for like zone replace and take back the fleshmate, firemate flesh. Yep, we see him just fetching it back.
So Deoxys can choose to take a. You can either gain a point here. He can't then play Sansa to
No,
gain this one as well.
because the zone is already
Um,
the zone is already. So
yeah.
basically, if the zone is full, you can't replace it with
Oh,
against
because
you.
it replaces his own. Yeah, so stops that from happening as well.
Yep.
So yeah, we're looking at Rob holding this corner, the Dragons holding that corner. Um, Rhaegal can come fly in,
Yep.
turn
And
this one off, and
mhm.
that means that would be 2 quarters to Mother of Dragons, 2-1 for Starks.
Yep. Not looking good.
No, that'd be 3 points to 1. With Dragons going first next activation. But Dervishes popping up somewhere they're probably not wanted.
I mean, the dervish can attempt to snipe Danny. That would be like one of the ways that you can do it. You pop up in that flank and then you basically sudden charge and hit Danny. It's not gonna one shot the unit, but it will set up the pressure for like next round. Yeah, so Rob just
Yeah.
basically
So
just
Rob's
moves.
just saying, well, there's no point giving you a point and me gaining 1 point. I'll just deny you from having that point.
Yep.
Keeps the points low. As long if you let the points just build up and build up, then a bit later, an opponent can come in and say, got that 1 point, just enough to win. If you keep it low, it just slows that rate to when you both hit 10.
Dragon is D3 plus rank, right? Oh no,
D3 plus 3.
it's D3 plus 3. So I'm just, yeah, so they can't one shot the Berserker. Well, they can, but it has to have a critical fail panic.
Has to be a panic. Yeah.
Yeah.
6-up panic, not out of the realms of unexpected.
Which, I forgot which one is vicious.
Uh,
Oh,
they
all of them
all
has
do.
vicious, never mind.
Yep.
What am I on about?
So Viserion hands out vulnerable. He's the least important here, and he's
In,
the one standing in front of Bran.
in the grand scale of things.
Drogon handing out panic, and Rhaegar is the one that hands out weakens from memory. Yeah,
Yep.
Rhaegar hands weakens.
Ah, truly the design of Mother of Dragon. All right, I think like the play to deny the square would be the play here. Yep. Or he's thinking of charging. Could be good also. Charging's not terrible.
Oh, yeah, charging isn't terrible. He may just shift into range, shoot, put a weaken out. Yep, looks like an auto charge.
And this is where the Stark splitting the forces here coming into the disadvantage. Because basically now that the archer is sort of isolated, he would just then be killed next round with the sword, and that's another 2 points because Rick on his sword 1 point. Yep, not looking good.
Yeah, he's just going to breathe fire by looks of things. Oh, that's not many wounds at all.
Sure.
But vicious on a panic on a corpse bolt.
Ah,
9, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah, that's a fail just.
and maximum
Yep.
max.
So that's going to make it one shot then next turn. Yep, and Rickon and Osher are turned off, so there was no risk there. But
I would
yeah, he hasn't killed
even
him.
I would even 500 IQ
That's
charge the
a
dragon.
that's a 2-point unit next turn.
Exactly. I would actually try to charge the dragon just to sort of get value from like the go down fighting.
No, there's no go down fighting. Warders on him, aren't they?
Next round, right?
Oh, next round, yeah. But uh, he's not going to be going first, so it'll probably be just
One wound.
swords attack that can't be blocked by Varys, and without Walder, it'll be a 2-point swing.
No. But like, I mean, just for that dealing just one wound. I know it's bad, but
I'm not sure he's going to do it for one wound. D3, he might be thinking about it. He may just charge the archers in here, knowing, yeah, if I'm going to give up 2 points, at least I do one wound
yeah.
rather than just give up 2 points.
I mean, like the last rank is 4, right, or 3? I don't remember. It's 884 or 883.
Or
Oh, okay. 4 is not too bad against a 4 plus. You can maximum do like 4 wounds if you're lucky.
looks like he's trying to pop out. Oh no, he's retreating. Okay,
Away from the sword range. Okay, no, that's a fair move.
sit out of sword range.
I would say charging was probably like the better play, even. Because like the go down. Okay. Yeah, because the go down fighting is turned off. Like charging would have been probably better, I would say.
The other problem there is it looks like it's going to be 2-0 for points this round, and next turn if you go for swords, it'd be a 4-0. That's a bit of catch-up work you'd have to do then.
Yeah, and even like wiping out the dragons would just make them respawn, and like it's
Yeah, so
well,
I think
not still not within the realms of losing here. Yeah, but Dracarys has to be. Oh yeah, with his short range of Danny, you're right. I see our deep mat is here giving support to like our fellow Australasian player. Go Deoxys.
when Daenerys units activates, yeah, one dragon within short range may make a free attack action.
But it's not with
So
the
yeah,
Rick though, so I'm still fine.
yep. So and when an enemy ends a move in short range of her unit, a dragon makes a free march. So yeah, those are the triggers. When
Isn't
Danny
Mother of
activates, the
Dragon a
dragon
well and
nearby attacks.
isn't Mother of Dragon a perfectly balanced unit? Perfectly balanced. Okay, so um, basically 1 point on the top right. Danny is marching forward. Oh, so okay. So basically claiming that 1 point. Okay, interesting. So 1 point each for both players. So three
Yep.
versus so yeah. So two versus one, and then it becomes 4-1. Yeah. Hmm.
Yep. So 1 point each. 2-1.
We see that the wolf activation advantage is a bit useless in this game mode. It's good for like the first initial round so that it sort of sets up the alpha, but like after like round two and like the line has crashed, they just sort of become just a pass token really.
Yeah,
Yikes.
Deoxys didn't keep his NCUs empty. Um, I was thinking he was just going to burn the dog activations and then just drop the NCUs down where he needs them to get points.
Yeah, I was thinking about that too, but like the own because round two is very crucial. And I think Deoxys lost the exchange in this round. He lost the dervish, and his archers is already looking like worse for wear, and both what you call it.
Only the second brand charge of the turn as well.
Yeah, well that sort of comes down to dice though, because it was like 8 hits and 5 was safe, so it's only like 3 wounds. That's a bit above average, to be honest. On a good roll, there would have been probably like 5 or 6 wounds probably, but it's only like 3, and it got healed up back. So
Pretty sure the dragon wasn't healed when he performed the second charge, and it got healed afterwards with Tycho.
yeah, not much you can do about that. Well, the winter is coming is on the back. It's on the back. Yeah, it's one of the options in the graveyard with Sansa, so can't discount that. Okay, so what I would
It's like
foresee.
dogs are just staying outside of shooting range.
That's Grey Wind. No, that's Summer. Yeah,
So the dragon, if it does,
charge.
you got to be careful of overrun here. So it's got to move 6. It's got to get over and around a unit, be 1 inch away.
That's true.
Um, so it's got to go sideways, and then it won't have range to charge. But if it does a flank charge and then retreats out,
He already used both hit and
uh,
run though.
it's already activated, so it's fine.
Oh, it's okay. He already used both hit and run, so I think it's
Oh,
fine.
so he has.
There is the swift retreat though, so
Well, we see Deoxys just burn cards. He's only got one.
yeah,
Uh,
he hasn't been getting
he's
charge
already
draw
got one.
cards.
Winter is coming. So obviously hunting for the swift advance, sudden charge, and dev impact.
I think like
And
top has one Varys token
two
left or
Barrett
two left. Yeah.
are 2 left.
Hmm.
Whereas Deoxys has burned all his
Yeah, I don't like
early.
that because basically you come down to round three. You basically have zero defense against sword.
Okay. Greywind setting up a flank. Just or more, not so much setting up a flank, being out of charge arc of Danny's unit, but a bit too close to a dragon, I think, for what he liked.
Has to be careful though because that might trigger the other card.
Yeah. These dogs are points and their potential overrun leapfrogs.
Isn't Mother of Dragon a well and balanced game plan? I okay. I think like it's despite the what you call it meme that Mother Dragon sort of dies to both Free Folk and Stark, but this game sort of demonstrate that Mother Dragon is still a very powerful commander. Simply put, because one wrong move and it's suddenly just your flank gets overrun. And if your attack is basically like inefficient, they just sort of bounce you back with Flesh Made Fire and a Fire Made Flesh and the Tycho heal, and just sort of bounce back. And now that
Well, yeah, well, the recycling flesh, fire made flesh, uh, you always want, there's once you get two into hand, you're always going to have one in hand because you can just claim a zone, get it back, get it back. That's I think as the game goes on, it becomes better and better for the Stark player. He hasn't had his devastating impacts. He's only seen one Winter is Coming. Still potential for two. No Swift Advance yet. Um, so
so
these are all the cards that he wants to look for, and he hasn't used them yet. So as a Dragon player, I'm looking to try and speed the game up because when all those cards come out near the end, that's when it's going to really hurt.
yep. I
Especially when it's very hard to get a table kill in this mission.
So there is still a very good chance for Stark for Stark here, simply because the way that the way that the game mode is designed is that okay, sure, you can still like you can go down to 4-1, but then
Another rob card, Tactical Regroup gets dropped. Yeah, he's not had a great opening. North remembers Winter is Coming. The rest of the rob cards,
oh I think
just
like
not
oh the
needed.
Berserker I think failed their charges I think. Oh no, it was because they got reactivated right with North remembers and then they failed the charge.
Yep. Have the charge up on the reactivation.
Shit. Yeah, it's not very good. Oh, we'll see. We'll
Hey,
see. We'll see the chaos that is. He'll respawn the dervish. I'm interested to see where he's going to respawn it. He can respawn it in his
uh,
own.
in short range of the deployment table edge or any flank table edge, I think. Yeah,
Yep, I think he would
he's
likely.
reading it.
Yeah, there you go. I would have placed it in the next to Danny. But he comes in activated though, so the only way to sort of reactivate them is with not remembers or sudden charge, which actually it
Well,
comes.
having dervishes sitting behind you with hey, I'm going to claim a zone now, makes Varus just go, yep, okay.
No, no, no. So what's interesting is that so say, okay, so the dervish comes in unactivated, right? Activated, right? You put it like behind Danny. The dragon kills something. Not remembers charge.
Yeah, because North remembers is there anytime he wants it.
Yeah, Sansa.
So yeah,
Yeah.
he knows that he's. Yep.
Or he's just gonna double team the dragon instead of just try to clean them up. Really, who knows? I think like there is a merit of trying to kill Danny, but like with only I believe 8 dice. It is from a rear though, so saving on 5+, but still, uh, unless there's like a critical card or like devastating impact or any of those bullshit star cards, I think it's not gonna be very good. All right, decision, very difficult decision here.
Danny handing out an extra two VPs when dead.
Yeah, so that's definitely a priority for Dio to take care of because if Danny goes down, that's a 3 point swing. But she's not very easy to take down. That's the
Not
issue.
sure that's the right spot.
Hmm?
Oh, he's doing pre-measures, see if he can fit.
Well, this is what TTS is here for, pre-measuring. So people can have like sort of the perfect play every time. Well, or at the very least, for those who cares, really.
Oh, we're seeing Arya get popped.
Ah.
Okay, so he's setting up two potential flank charges here. So depending which dragon goes first, the other one will hopefully get charged, is the idea.
Okay, so again, like I said, right? Even though that the Stark player is sort of is behind 4-1, but he is setting up like basically a lot of flank charges from the army
The
here.
dervishes might not make it. If he's got a dev impact, then yeah, they'll go in and
Oh,
probably
he's
kill the
speed,
dragon no
but the
matter what
dervish is
card
speed
he's got.
7. No,
Oh yeah, speed 7, yeah.
I think it's
Um,
an auto in.
even a Stark robs into the flank, 5 wounds with crit blow.
Well,
Um, depending on what cards he's got.
So I think like he would really like. Okay, so the dervish comes in unactivated, right? Activated, right? Because of the objective. So I think
Yeah, I think he's forgotten that.
there's a couple of plays. He can fetch back North Remembers to sort of reactivate the dervish,
I
and then
think he's forgotten that. I
hmm?
don't see a activation token on the dervishes.
Well, that's a clerical mistake that it should be fixed.
Oh well, he'll just do a charge of them, and then we'll say, "Ah, look, caught cheating on camera. Default win to Mother of Dragons."
The only way to possibly win against Mother of Dragons.
Or have them not activated and still lose, and then Tobber can play the high ground.
It's like, wow. Even through all that. Even through all that. But here we are, Mother of Dragon. What a fun and engaging game plan. Alright, we will see the 500 IQ Walder play here. Oh, he's going to use it on the Brandon Hodor. Oh, okay. That's a good move actually. So now that they
Oh,
basically take out
Swords
the
attack into Rob.
hmm?
Yep, turns off Bran.
Yeah.
Um, and we're seeing a swords attack on Rob, by looks of things.
Yeah. Nice. That's a very good play. Because you can see that
I was
basically
thinking he might actually try and kill Bran and Hodor, but
there's no point really
North remembers. But yeah, North remembers would get those dervishes back on, and he's remembered.
and the thing is like Sword in like one rank is just basically asking to be sniped. Like he basically gets a double tap here. Unless he moves back Rob.
Yep, that's a fail. 3 wounds.
Yep, there you go. Well, 3-star Fury, but hey.
Stark's on the last rank. 5 dice for crit blow. It's still okay. Yeah, just looking at his cards. When it activates, we make a free retreat action and restore up to D3 wounds.
I don't think that's a you'd be very excited to have that. And now that Rob Stark unit is basically activate dragon, kill the unit, and that's it. And then kill the archer, so that's basically 5-1. That's rough.
And survive a charge from Bran and kill Bran.
Yeah, but Bran is like Waltered at the moment, so they don't do Sundering, they don't do the auto hits.
Yeah, but you could easily get 3 units here. Each dragon can kill off a unit.
Oh, that's true. Like that dragon hasn't even activated yet.
So what I was saying that if he can kill Rob, he can kill the archers. Bran charges in, does nothing, and the dragon turns around and kills him off.
Not even counting overrun, right?
Maybe Deoxys players go to take bags, but there's a Walder order, 2 of them still sitting there.
You know what's the super stat play here? The dragon charges in at the Rob unit, overrun into the wolf, and then overrun again. That's a GG on the spot.
Yeah, not having any objective tokens sitting on the board saying that the dragon must sit here to hold an objective, keep it in one place, means they're just free to roam around and do what they do best.
Like that's why at the start of the stream I was sort of saying that it's basically the fire. It's basically Fire and Blood, but with respawn. Because the only objective is basically okay. There's still like the sort of the objective control, but with no objective tokens
Yeah.
in play. It just sort
But
of
the
becomes
objective control is not sit within, your base size of here. It's sit within 25% of the table.
yeah.
Looks like we're getting a Varys by the looks of things, get spent
Oh,
and failed.
oh, so that could be sudden charge, maybe
Yeah,
one time
always worried about sudden charge. Are we
sudden
gonna?
charge
We're seeing a card, maybe.
could be.
Controls horse. Yep.
Yep.
Sudden
Yay!
charge. And he's gonna pop Sansa. Yep.
I
Winter
can't.
is coming.
I
Obviously
can't.
coming
I
out.
can't believe I'm excited over sudden charge. What the hell?
So, vulnerable dragon.
This is the only time I'm excited.
Charge.
Like people actually play sudden charge. I'd be like, sudden charge.
Ah, not using it for the dervishes.
But why though? Because he's
Hmm.
confident that 5 dice with crit with well, to be fair, he only had like 5 wound left, and with vulnerable, so he just need to get the 5 in, and it's a
Yeah,
critical.
but now he can be attacked if the dragon survives. Had it been the dervishes, you could choose not to retreat, and then Rob can't be attacked.
Oh, that's 6 hits with
Yep.
1 crit, so that's 6 saves in 5 plus, I believe,
Yep, with a vulnerable.
with vulnerable. Yeah, that should be technically, unless Tob is a god gamer here.
Yeah, the dragon might survive on 1 wound.
Oh, we've seen that already, right? 5, 5, 6, 6, 6, 6, 6. All right, here we go.
Oh yeah, vulnerable
Yep,
obviously.
vulnerable. So that has to be both 5 plus.
So yep, if one of these two fails,
Oh, what? That just dies.
oh,
What? Okay, maybe there's a bit of a clerical error that we're missing. Okay. Huh. Oh,
there's a Northern Frost.
Sundering!
Yeah, Northern Frosty. I missed that card.
I also missed that card. Okay, cool. There you go. So that flank is suddenly a bit secure. A bit. But the dragon can still just turn around and kill Rob, though. And
Well,
he.
Sansa's been popped, and he's only got one card left in hand.
Sansa's been popped,
Uh,
Arya's been popped. Hmm.
I think maybe if I was a Targaryen player, I'd be looking at blocking letters.
Oh, yeah, blocking letters, taking back Fire Me Flesh, or just taking like the other like other
Stark
dragon
deck
cards.
is every time you let the Stark player pick up a card, the Stark player goes, I can use that.
And the 500, and of course like the Rob hasn't activated yet, because sudden charge.
Well,
Also,
it means Rob's now sitting in a zone that the dervishes are already holding. He's already taken horse.
yeah, that's true.
Maybe he's got a swift advance, threatened a bit, but that's 2 units sitting in one corner. He's really camped out that. He's made this one,
Yeah,
a possibility that a dragon could fly in. So obviously Viserion no longer wants to be in this corner. He's obviously going to try and get a flank, sit over here. But unless he kills Brandon Hodor, he'll need an NCU to cap it, and then Deoxys can counter with
I
his
think
own
like the
NCU.
dragon can just fly there and then sort of just they can't be charged back. Is
Um, I don't know if I'd risk charging it or not.
no, I mean like you just sort of move 6 and then shift
I
to.
think I would. I think I would charge in and not shoot. Um, if my opponent's got a swift advance, I just don't want him getting rerolls on the hit rolls. I'd rather be engaged, um,
And true,
just so
and
that
yeah,
if he does choose to attack, no rerolls.
and like yeah, if you're already engaged, you can't use Winter is coming.
So
Because
those are berserkers. That is 9 dice. 9 dice rerolls compared to 9 dice not rerolls. I'd rather not let him have rerolls.
yeah, but like you have
If
fire,
you roll,
you have fire made flesh. Like you can only take a maximum of 5 wounds, 4 wounds.
just remember that half the devastating impact Winter is coming is off Stark player charging as well.
Yeah,
So you're taking cards away from him.
I think he's just thinking if basically he flies there, shift to but and
Yeah,
so because he's
and
sort
if
of
the Stark player doesn't have a swift advance, then you're safe. But
because
I just always assume.
I think he's just afraid that if basically he activates letter first, then the dragon will get charged. And that one mystery card from the Stark player could be, anything, right? Could be like another Winter is coming, even could be like devastating impact, and he has the horse, so it's a 2 auto wound. So I think like he just wants to sort of get it over and done with, and just move the dragon in
Self-protect
there,
it.
yeah, and then just shift to shoot.
But yeah, if Deoxys gets the golden draw, gets a devastating impact and a swift advance, that is a possibility of a one shot.
But still, the Tark player here will score an extra 2 more points from killing the archers, and then Danny can and the Rhaegal can just sort of split the zones, so they get 2. And because Deoxys has sort of awkwardly placed his dervish in that position, with the Rob being in that position, he will only get like a maximum of 1. unless he has like a swift advance to just sort of relocate them. So it'll be looking at 6-3 by the end of round 2, and then the dragon will
Yeah.
respawn. And this is a fire breathing now, 2, so that's for 5
5 wounds.
wounds. Yeah, not quite one shot.
In a, what's
And
that? A
panic at
4
-3.
-3, a 7-up panic?
Oof. This could be quite bad if that. Okay, never mind. I saw 6.
Yeah, it's a Deoxys special 8-up panic.
Easy. The lower it is, the higher chance of you to actually fail it.
Remember, people, if you've got an 8-up panic, it's easy past. Just do what Deoxys does.
The average of 2 dice is 7. Yeah, right. But if you roll like a 4 or you need like a 4 or 3 or 5, you automatically lose. You automatically fail.
Yep. I doubt it would be bags.
Yeah.
Because there's no point healing that either. You could heal Rob's unit, but healing Brand's unit's kind of a moot point.
Yeah,
You're at
dragon
max
is minimum,
dice.
minimum 3 wounds, right?
So naturally we'll see a vulnerable get popped out somewhere.
Okay, so what also like one interesting point is that he didn't use the Varus to block it. I think he wants to block the tempo turn 4 sword.
He wants to block swords or another dev impact.
Yeah.
Oh, no, sudden charge, sorry. And there's no threat of a sudden charge there.
Not at the moment anyway. But drawing 2 cards here is again that much closer to having swift advance and devastating impact.
It's half the deck. So Deoxys has seen half the deck now. Half the Rob cards are gone. Seems to be a pretty even spread of the cards.
We've only seen like the important cards from Mother of Dragon here, namely Hit and Run. Oh, okay, here we go. So this is the... Okay, this is actually pretty bad as well, because if the charge is successful and then overrun into the wolf there, he could also like potentially lose more.
Yeah, that's 3 points plus a quarter.
Yep.
So it's auto dead. And yeah, if he's got a overrun into the dog, get another point. And now he gets this back corner, which he didn't have before. And Danny just moves into this.
Mm-hmm.
And he gets 2 corners for free. So that would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points for Mother of Dragons.
Yep, and it's just an auto kill.
I see an overrun.
He's not slamming it down, so I don't think there's an overrun.
It's not.
He should at least take 1 wound from the go down fighting though.
Yep,
Oh, yeah,
taking his wound.
Cool. So no overrun, it seems.
No. No
But
overrun. Okay.
The wolf will just skedaddle out of there, I would say. Very interesting position of the dervish though. I would probably put it on like again behind Danny would be because it also gives you like a
I'm
quadrant.
not sure. Like, unless Rob gets a swift advance, and marches into a corner to get some points.
Yeah, I mean like, and also the dervish being there sort of threatens.
He was probably thinking that's the backup plan in case Rob goes down or something. But
That's
it might have been overcommitted to that area.
Yeah, I mean like again, hindsight is 2020, right? But
Well, I think we're going to see Mother of Dragons, Tova might go up to 6 points, get these 2 corners. 2 for Deoxys, so it's going to be 6-4. At least that's not too much. 2 points isn't enough to say, I've got a big advantage and I can take it safely.
and also like the archers will be respawning with sword up. Could be something, but he's still keeping the last Varus token, so that would be like 100% would be blocking the sword. If that plays.
So we've got Brand activating.
So we'll see a swift advance.
Yep, swift advance.
Nice.
So this will be a 10 dice attack.
Yep, on the flank.
And importantly, re-rolling charges, so he can't roll a 1. Or can he? All right, 10 dice vulnerable. Well, unless he's got a winter is coming, it's not going to be a one shot.
Yep, it's not. It's probably just gonna bounce. Oh,
Oh, speaking
oh
of
my
it, there it
God! The
is.
God Gamer. Oh, he
All
rolled a
right, hang
one,
on.
but he has reroll, right? Right?
Uh, yes.
Right? He needs to reroll that. Uh, did he just forget?
No, maybe he's forgotten.
Oh well, could be enough still. Wow, that winter is coming, God Gamer. Oh, oh, that's a very good dice though.
This is where he's going to kick himself when he remembers that he got that reroll but didn't use it.
I think like there's how many wounds in what's his face, Viserion left? I think.
Oh,
Oh
she's
yeah.
remember. Oh,
Oh,
wow.
the actual double one gamer here.
Double one.
Well, I mean 8 dice, right? Still, it's but 8 dice with a
Eight
sundering
dice
though.
vulnerable, but no sundering
No
because it's been
sundering.
turned off by Walder.
Yep. Well,
So it could still go down.
it could. It is on a five. It is
He's,
saving on a 5+ because of
yep, and vulnerable.
and a vulnerable.
It's not. It's likely he's going to do 7 wounds, but 8 wounds isn't out of the question.
Well, it is 5+ again with vulnerable. In my experience playing stiff, that's usually a death sentence.
This is going to be close. He only passed 2. If it'd been 3, he passed. You'd say
Yep.
he's probably going to pass 1.
Here we go.
Yep, and just enough.
Just enough. The God Gamer Deoxys pulled it off. He killed 2 dragons. Nope.
No, just enough to survive is what I meant.
Ah, shit. You're right.
Yeah, I keep changing sides who I'm supporting.
It's okay. We need a bit of neutrality
I
in the
do want
cast.
to support Deoxys, but he's annoyed me in some games recently.
He's probably kicking himself for like, God damn, why did I fail? That charge discharge rolls right. He rolled a double one on the charge. So thinking of healing here. So now, like with 1 wound on Brandon Hodor, that's a Walter snipe. Yeah, that's a Walter snipe. So that unit is living on borrowed.
So now, if Tycho comes into this corner, he can take it, which then forces Varys to not go there because, oh no, there would be a zone, so you could replace it, yeah. So he can put Tycho down, or
Or he's just gonna block
if
the
he
zone.
can just block the zone.
He can claim back the top left corner. Well, no, because it's only 9+. No, he's just gonna block the zone.
Deoxys already got that corner.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah.
so block it so Tycho can't steal it.
He's forcing Mother of Dragon to make a panic test at
Yeah.
-2. Could be. Oh, that's not too bad.
Weirwood keeps him. I think that passed anyway.
No, it's a 6 -1. That's a fail.
Yeah. Sorry, because there's the Weirwood and Corpse File, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fail. Oh, wait, no, it's not. There's 6, yeah. Sorry, that's a pass.
Oh, -1 from the.
You rolled an 8.
Hmm?
-1 from the Corpse Pile, +1 from the Weirwood, 6, -1 from Varys.
That should
Yep.
be a 5. He should.
No, isn't it?
Oh, that's double 4. Never mind. Yeah. I saw like 4 and 2. I thought it was 2-4. It was yeah. Never mind.
We're just taking the pass, so Daenerys stays up.
Yeah. The the doggo could actually like attempt to sort of YOLO
It's
charge the
dogs.
dragon here. It's not terrible. Yeah, that wouldn't be too bad actually. Yeah, doggo moves 6, and then I think he needs like a 3+ or 4+.
Still has 3 cards for Mother of Dragons to use.
Yeah, he hasn't had
One or two is Fire Made Flesh. Well, at least one of them's Fire Made Flesh. The other 2.
You just need to assume
another one.
everything. You just need to assume everything is fire made flesh.
Yeah. Both Winter is Cummings are gone and Sansa's gone, so there's no more of that.
Oh boy. Some other dragon will
So
probably just claim the top left
yeah, he's going
corner.
to claim his zone and he's going to move in, claim that zone.
Hmm.
Um, so that's 2 points to 1, 6 to 3.
And the dragon will probably respawn behind Rob and just lightly tap him on the shoulder. Again, I would say that the dog should do something here. Oh, I think you got disconnected there. Oops. Yep. I think Dark Angel got disconnected.
From the,
You good?
I'm still in the game.
But the stream has ended though.
Don't know
Probably
why.
just need to just close stream and then press a button. I think.
Yep, don't know what happened there. Maybe I've been inactive for too long or something. Who knows?
Yeah, Discord just decided. You know what? You're a bot probably. Still loading.
We have a dog running away from a dragon.
I mean that's nice.
Shaggy dog decided to go. Yep. I need to get out of here and go near where those dervishes are.
Yeah, the stream is still off from my side. Let me just try to see if I can reconnect. Just 1 second. Yeah. I think something's wrong with your side of things. Oh, there you
Yep,
go.
just
It's back up.
turn it off when it comes back.
Yep. Awesome. Let me just put it back and oops. Just check my
We had
OBS.
Shaggy dog move over. Summer
Window
is moving up.
capture.
Yep, Summer's
Game
moving
2.
up.
Ah, there you go. Oh, wait a minute. Why is the game not on? Game number 2.
Okay, so if the dragon attacks Bran here, Summer will get a charge in on him.
Sorry, just is it this one? Battle media. Huh, it's not appearing on my side. Strange. 1 second. It's game 2. Battle media. Huh. It seems that I can't I can't watch the stream. Strange. The guys on the stream can't see me, yeah?
The stream is dead.
Yeah. Not from your side. It's this time it's on my side.
Oh, it's 6 points to 3.
Very
So
exciting.
Rob taking his corner, Danny helping out take the corner away from Bran, Rhaegal taking his own point, and Shaggy Dog wishing he was 5 points.
Okay, let me add some display capture. Whoa. Yeah, some weird stuff is happening. I'm not sure. Why is it?
Archers being redeployed, and then obviously a Drogon will be coming in next.
If I put it like that, can you guys see it? I think you can, but it's okay. Hold on. There you go. So there was a bit of a mistake. One sec. At the display cap window capture, and there you go. Okay, stream's back on. Sorry for the weird delay. So it's now 6:03.
Archers are still thinking where they're wanting to go. And then Drogon will be coming down after this.
Six three. So now there has to be something decisive here that.
Yep, Varys has still got a one order token, so archers onto swords is not a guaranteed thing.
Or even like the sword. No, I think he's just gonna activate the. He's probably gonna activate the dock and kill the dragon here.
Oh,
It's a bit of a risk though.
just activate Bran before he goes down. If Bran gets the kill, Bran gets the kill. If Bran doesn't, Bran's dead.
I'm also thinking of activating the dog and just sniping the dragon with the dog, so that Bran gets to.
4 wounds because
One
he's
wound-
healed.
Oh, he healed it with the bag.
Makes
Okay. Also keep in mind that.
so it's a 4 wound dragon now.
Also keep in mind that Walder will just snipe the Bran and Hodor. So yeah.
Yeah, I think the first activation's got to be Bran and Hodor.
Yeah. Okay.
Otherwise, it's just a dead unit. Either way.
So.
No Drogon coming down yet?
Yeah. So Rhaegal on the bottom right there, bottom left there is basically uncontested, unless the archers could get really lucky, but not with Firemade Flesh. So I think the only way that Deoxys can bounce from this game is if he can somehow snipe the Mother of Dragon unit. But just looking at things, it's a bit. I don't think it's a bit difficult for him to do so. But who knows? So we're just seeing basically the units being redeployed. We've seen the archers being redeployed
be
there.
surprised if we see Drogon just drop down into a corner by himself.
I would also think so. Like he basically already got this game in the bag. He can just sort of play zone control.
Just play safe. 2 turns. If you get a dog kill along the way, extra point.
Like right now, he's already like looking that he's basically aiming to control like 2 zones. Like the 2 dragons on like the bottom left and bottom right is basically uncontested. And if he plops a dragon there, he's also threatening a sword to kill the wolf.
I'm not sure a dragon can go there.
It's on the flank, no. It's possible.
It has to be deployed within 6 inches of your edge or flank edge. Yeah, deployment table
Or
edge,
any
not
flank
deployment
table edge,
zone.
So you could pop it in like the opposite bottom right, because it is a flank edge.
Yeah, but this is not. Yeah, I think he's. Don't know what he was thinking there.
Well, if he's just thinking if he's basically putting it there, he does get... Okay, so I understand what he's thinking. If he basically puts it there, if sword is not taken, which 100% would not be taken, he can then kill the wolf. Now he's just popping it there.
No, he couldn't have deployed it in the center of the table like that.
He could. It says that's a flank edge. That's a flank edge. The left and right is flank edges.
Where he was before.
Yeah.
When he was sitting in the middle, I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah, because it has to be short range from your... No, short range from deployment is... Oh, you're right. Yeah, from your... Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's just gonna be putting it there and there. The dog
Sit
positioning
in
is
the
a bit...
corner, get the dog kill,
And that's game over.
get 3 points, kill Bran, 10 points.
Yep.
So Walder can kill Bran unless Deoxys takes bags.
I think
And if you're within shooting range or charge range of the dog, that's 10 points.
Deoxys just played the
Uh,
Varys too aggressively this game. He did not
yeah.
basically protect the round three tempo play. That
By halfway through turn 2, it was empty of Varus tokens.
Yeah, you just sort of like you just sort of finished up your Varys token like at round two. When in fact like the round three was in their initiative, and then he had Sword to sort of go for his first activation. So yeah, I guess it's looking like the writing's on the wall. I think he might just have to concede this game and go for for game two. The only possible way I can see him coming out of this if he kills the dragon, which is 1 point, making
Kills
him
Danny, kills a dragon.
yeah,
A lot of things to do.
or so yeah. I think there is also like possible of just basically protecting Danny, because of then Dracarys is now online. So what he's thinking right now is that where could I then activate Sword and do like the best damage. He killed basically he killed the dervish once, and then he killed no he killed the dervish, and then he killed the unit with what's his face Rickon on it. So that's 3 points, and then the three is from scoring. So it's pretty even. So what happens in round three, I believe, is that the bottom left flank, which had the archers, was basically destroyed, and then he kills it for 2 points, and then he claims that zone for 1 point. So that's 3 points within that. And then what happened in round two was that there was some ineffective charges coming in from the Stark, so the dragons could not be killed on time, and so we're now basically left in this position.
Yeah, all three Winter Comings have
Yeah.
been played.
All three Winter's Coming has been played. One Swift Advance has been played. One Sudden Charge has been played.
Yep.
So yeah, he's just activating the brand and just hoping to kill the dragon.
Yeah, just hoping to get the kill.
Yep. I think. Oh my god.
One wound and only 4 hits. Oh, that hurts. Because he can just play Fire Made Flesh and live.
Oh, that is.
Oh, that's bad.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, you'd hope there was a kill there, but now there's none.
Yeah. So now the hope has been extinguished. It seems.
Because he's still got that Fire Made Flesh in hand if he doesn't have both in hand.
Yeah.
Thundering in the flank is 6-ups, but he's going to survive.
No, not with that kind of roll.
He survives anyway, he doesn't even need to spend a point.
Survive on one.
I think he would. Summer's coming in. If Bran goes down.
Yeah.
Only if Bran's unit's attacked. A Walder kill on Bran would not trigger Summer.
So, yeah. Yeah,
He's gonna use it anyway.
He'll use it anyway, because why not, right?
He'll just get it back endlessly with NCU.
Yep. So now we're in the endless loop of Fire Meat Flesh.
It's like playing Tyrion.
It's like playing Sparrow, but like you have basically infinite survivability. Like imagine if you play if you play Sparrow and you have that card, Protection of the Father, except you can sort of just
So
replay it.
this looks like it's a Walder kill on Bran, get a point,
and a sword.
and then Drogon just shoots into the
Yep.
archers. Or is he going to go kill a dog? No, he's going to go just for easy VPs and wrap the game up as fast as possible. Yep.
And yep.
So, yeah, if Rhaegal flies into that corner, the dervishes are forced back to deny it. But Drogon and Dany are holding this corner. So Rhaegal can actually just stay still. If nothing changes, he gets to win.
Mm-hmm.
nothing can take Rhaegar's corner away,
Mm.
and he's got 7-7-6 sitting in his corner with the archers. Uh,
I think Deoxys can
oh, seven
just
seven nine.
Deoxys can just concede and preserve his sanity. To be honest, because it's a best of three anyway. Like there's no sort of points or kill that he needs to
He's going to
take
go
out.
for a swift advance, get a point. And that does take 7 points out and puts 8 points in. So
Yeah,
prolong the game.
I guess.
I doubt it's going to turn into a win, but
Again, I guess just
try
for
and make it not a crushing.
he's hoping for the psychological factor
Oh,
here. What?
another foul charge on the
Oh
one.
God.
He's turned into me. I did this against Deep Math. I failed all my charges on ones.
I guess when the dice gods doesn't want you to win, the dice gods doesn't want you to win. It is what it is. Thank you for the follow, Electius. Welcome to the stream. I think the stream would be quite. I think Deoxys is just looking for the psychological win here, psychological here, but he's not gonna even got that because he
Yeah,
failed the charge.
yeah, this is gonna hurt. If there's an overrun, it's instant game. But
I mean, by
just
now he
wrap it
should
up.
have an overrun, right? Like,
Yeah, this is a done game now. He's just collecting points. Deoxys is trying to get any points, but nothing to be had.
Mickey, since you're in the stream, like, do you have any idea on what's the other two game modes are after this? But yeah, this is game over basically. So what happened? What happened this game? A failed alpha strike on round two.
Yeah, Deoxys went aggressive with the Dervishes, lost them, didn't do enough on the hits, didn't do enough on the retreat to get a kill. Bran went in, didn't get a kill. Bran reactivated after the Dervishes died, failed to charge. Rob went in and finally got a kill because there was a weakened dragon. Yeah, just a lot of didn't have Winter is Comings at the start. And then cycled through them when the Winter and Cummings just didn't really matter.
I think it was just yeah, a lot of circumstances just sort of went bad, and because it's Mother of Dragon, like there's no sort of coming back from it, because they will two
Yeah,
shot you no matter what.
he hasn't had a big connect. He hasn't had an 8, 9, 10 dice re-rolls plus Bran or something else to really boost it up.
Yeah, it was just very
And
like measly attacks.
a dragon to his last wound just sits there and goes, okay, I'm good. I've survived that.
Oh, that's the strength. That's I would like to say this is a peak
Oh,
1.6 game.
we're seeing the last Varys order be spent.
Because fuck you, why not?
Yeah, he's held them on for key moments. I think Deoxys spent a lot of them too early,
Yeah, I
trying to
think
rush.
he wasted two already in round one just to sort of like block the card
You can
draws.
understand turning Walder off, but after the second one, you got to consider Swords and Walder for the rest of the game because you can't table anyone in this game mode.
No, yeah. So that Walder has always been around. I think like I don't know. My gut feeling says that his Howland would probably perform better, because at the very least he can have cards that are effective against dragons, such as the auto hit and the minus speed. Um, and also like the I think he's also running. I'm not sure if he's running Rickon. Sorry, what's his face? Uh, Mira. So
Mirror?
that can also like trap
Yeah, he's
the
running Mirror.
yeah. And I don't know. It just seems that the Rop list can't really do much because all of Rop's card is basically useless against dragons because they all rely on basically just hit and runs, etc. Which a dragon would just go like, okay, whatever. And the three wolves, which proves ultimately to be just a liability, because you sort of have to think about where they are at any moment in the game, because they can just be sniped easily.
In this game mode, yes, they're a liability. Other game modes, if we see, I don't know if Game of Thrones has been played or anything like that, but in other game modes, the dogs will come into it, holding objectives.
But I'm really surprised though that the basically the 10, like Stark having like just so many activation against this list is ultimately useless. Like sure, at the like I said at the very start, you do have a very good sort of turn where you prep up for like the Alpha Strike on 2, where you have your initiative, etc. But then after that, it just sort of cascades down into like nothing. So
Okay, we're seeing a dog charge into dragons. They
oh
are
my
off again. Four
oh,
ones in a row for charges.
and that double ones with the reroll, right? Now it's a dog. It's hitting on 2+. Oh god. He's not getting a break. It is one wound, but like, yeah.
All the ones out of the way this game. Use every single one for charges in this game. So he's got none left for the next two.
Fair enough. Fair enough. He could be just saving up his luck for like the next game. Might need it.
So archers have activated, Drogon's activated. Rhaegar and Danny don't need to go anywhere. Ah, okay. Yep. When her unit activates, says breathe fire. 5 wounds. Vicious in the flank, but I think the flank's countered by the Weirwood. Do these units come back with 4 attachments? They do, don't they? Oh, that's a fail. We could see a crown attack. Oh no, he's got no NCUs left. I was thinking it might go to 12 to 3 or 12 to 4 there, but not quite.
I think this game mode is very sort of have a
Yep, and
very
that's game.
yep.
There's nothing else to be gained now.
Mm-hmm. Well, on the plus side, it is only a 2-hour game. At the very least, it was over quite quickly.
Right on time.
At the very least, it was over quite quickly. So yeah. Again, thanks Scott for helping me co-stream and
Do we want to head in the chat
nah,
and talk to them?
it's good. Don't worry about it. So yeah, again, thanks Scott for joining the stream. Thank you for basically sharing your screen and co-hosting the last 2 hours. To those people watching this in the chat as well as in the VOD later on, this is one peak 1.6 performance. Just Mother of Dragons against Stark, 2 busted list. Whoever wins, the game loses. So
Yep.
okay, so I guess that's it. If you guys haven't subscribed to wargames.id YouTube channel, do check it out. We do have a lot of battle reports in 1.7. I shall link a bit in the channel right here, just sort of that people can take a look at it. The VOD will be available later on. If you guys missed it, I'll post it a bit later on as well. So I'll post some. So there you go, some battle reports. If you guys are interested, please leave subscribe, if you please. To those who are still watching, again, thank you for Scott as well, and cheers to the Australian community. But this game goes to top for the first one.
Yep.
Yes.
1-0 Singapore to Australia.
Woo! 1-0 indeed. But still, Australasia domination in the World Cup. It's all good.
Yep, we'll make our own regional.
Oh god, that would be like the Clash of the Titans, right? Just all the best players in like one room. All right. Anyways, thanks for
Find
joining.
out when game 2 is, and hopefully it will be a nail biter game 3 and not a decided and done by game 2.
Yep. Hopefully it will be a very close match, just like fitting for the finals. Any shout out you like to have for the chat and later on for the VOD here? Scott. Oh, okay.
Think we've been disconnected.
Oh well. All right. So yeah, that's it. Any shout out you like to do?
Not really.
All right.
Maybe Dion can come in and stream the last game with his antics.
We would definitely watch that. We'll have a watch session with the Indo boys. All right. Thanks, guys, everyone, for joining. Have a good one. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.